Hi, thanks for joining me today. This video is going to focus on some movements and poses for our shoulders and our hips. We have a tendency to carry a lot of tension and tightness in those areas of the body. So that's what we're going to work on a little bit in this video. So start in a comfortable seated position. You can lift your sit bones up onto the edge of a blanket or cushion, something to help give the hips a little height to bring the spine into a more neutral alignment. Let the hands rest on the thighs with the palms up or down, whatever feels comfortable. Though talking about the shoulders, sometimes when we turn the palms up, that gives a little external rotation to the upper arm bones and can start to get a little bit more opening across the front of the chest. So whatever feels comfortable for you. But just for a few moments, let the eyes close or just take a soft gaze down and just notice how you are feeling today as you have landed on your mat. Notice the weight of your sit bones and how they're making connection with whatever you are seated on. Awareness, excuse me, to the length of your spine. And then begin to bring focus and awareness to your breath and breathing. Gradually begin to make your inhales a little deeper and your exhales a little longer. Filling the lungs from the bottom to the top as you inhale. Releasing the breath from the top of the lungs to the bottom as you exhale. And then very gently let the eyes open. So let the fingertips come out onto the mat beside you. So we'll start with a little warm up for the shoulders. So inhale, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Reach to the fingertips, extending up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, turn the palms down, float the arms back down by your side. So a couple times, just moving with the breath. Inhale, arms floating all the way up and overhead. And then exhale, the arms float back down, one more time, just like that. Inhaling and exhale. And now gently bring the hands back to the knees. So fingertips this time draping down across the kneecaps, and slowly begin to circle the ribs here. So as you circle the ribs, it gives a little opportunity for a warm up through the spine, and maybe a little movement already for the shoulders, just kind of exploring how your shoulders feel today. Just noticing what part of your body's moving, what part isn't, but make sure you're breathing. So think of inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you circle back and around. Good. And then take the circle, change the direction. So go the opposite way. Notice how that feels. Again, steady flow with your breath. And then come back to that neutral position, back to Sukhasana, easy pose. And now float the arms once again up and overhead. And then this time as you exhale, just bring the hands to shoulder height. Bring the arms in front, palms down. Cross the right elbow on top of the left. And just start by reaching for opposite shoulder. So just like you're giving yourself a hug. Inhale, lift the sternum and the elbows a little bit, take the gaze a little up, and then as you exhale, round the spine, taking the chin down towards the collarbones, the elbows dropping down, and then inhale again, lengthening the front of the body, lifting the elbows and the sternum and the gaze a little up, and then exhale again, round the spine. So do that one more time, inhale. So nice stretch through the shoulders, and exhale. And then this time as you come up, release the arms all the way up and overhead. Release the hands down by your side. And then inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale the arms to shoulder height once again. So this time cross the left elbow on top of the right. And again, you can reach for opposite shoulders. Find that nice hug, that nice stretch through the shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart and the sternum, take the gaze a little up. And then exhale again, rounding the spine. So do that a couple times with your breath. Inhale. And just do this movement how it feels comfortable for you. It might be a smaller movement than what I'm doing, which is fine. You may Think of lifting the sternum and the elbows, but keep the chin tucking down if that feels better for your neck. Good. Once more, inhale and exhale. And then this time as you inhale again, unravel the arms, bring them all the way up and overhead. Release the hands down by your side. Do a little roll of the shoulders. So a little movement there for the shoulders and the upper back. And then let's come to all fours, come to table pose. So whatever you were seated on, just move that out of the way. As you come to table pose, make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Find a neutral position first for the spine. So the lowest ribs draw towards the hips. We're pressing away from the mat, lengthening the crown of the head forward. So the head's not dropping down. We're finding that nice length in the spine. And then as you take your next exhale, we will actively round the spine, letting the head drop down between the arms. Take the gaze towards the belly button, rounding and arching the spine up towards the ceiling. And then sending the sit bones back, inhaling, lengthening the front of the body, letting the belly drop down, lift the heart and the sternum. Take the gaze forward and up. So cat and cow here. So keep that going with the breath. Exhale, round the spine. And inhale, lengthening the front of the body. Gaze forward and up. Good. One more time like that. Exhale. And inhale. And then this time as you exhale, after your next exhale, come back to neutral, back to table pose. Bring your hands in front of your shoulders, press into your fingertips, base of the knuckles, curl the toes under, lift the knees a couple inches off the mat, and then send your sit bones up and back. Come to a bent knee, downward facing dog. So again, press into the fingertips and the base of the knuckles. Feel that nice length from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Nice bend in the knees, taking the pressure off the hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling, and then keep the left knee bent. Go ahead and straighten through the right leg. Press down through the right heel. It does not matter, or don't try to reach it down to the mat. Just feel that nice stretch. Doesn't matter if it touches the mat or not. And then bring that, bend that knee once again, and then straighten through the left leg. Nice stretch there. Inhale and exhale, and then bend the left knee once again, one more time each side. Straighten through the right heel for that nice stretch in the back of the right leg. Bend the right knee, straighten through the left heel, and then bend the left knee once again. So let's lift the right leg up, look towards the hands, bring the right knee up towards the chest, step the right foot up beside the right hand, lower the back knee down and curl the toes. So make sure your right heel, is underneath the knee. Press into the feet, inhale, float the arms all the way up and overhead, extend up through the fingertips. Inhale and exhale, and then bring the hands again to shoulder height. Cross the left arm over the right. So this time, again, option, reach for opposite shoulders, or maybe bring the backs of the hands together or the palms together in an eagle variation here for your arms. If that does not feel good for your shoulders, then just take hold of opposite elbows as we did earlier. So inhale, lift the elbows, take the gaze a little up. Exhale, round the spine, take the gaze a little down. Inhale. Again, either doing that, holding on the shoulders as we did earlier, or in this eagle, one of these eagle variations. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Again, unravel, extend the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, breathing the hands down behind you. Interlace the fingers. Notice which thumb is on top. Press down through the knuckles, draw the shoulder blades together, open up through the front of the body. So option, again, you can take hold of opposite elbows if that feels better for you. Inhale. And exhale, and then release the hands. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knees, step that right leg back beside the left. Come to your downward facing dog. Maybe keep the knees bent a little bit as we did earlier, or maybe pedal through the feet. Just make sure you're breathing. Nice inhales and exhales. And then if you're pedaling the feet, go ahead and let the feet come to stillness. Bring your pose to stillness, and then release or lift the left leg up. Look towards the hands, bring the left knee towards the chest, step the left foot up beside the left hand, lower the right knee down, and curl the toes. So again, left knee under that, over that ankle. Press into the feet, inhale, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Inhale and exhale. Think of that left hip drawing back. And then bring the hands again to shoulder height. Now we're going to cross the right arm on top of the left. And again, same thing, option to take hold of opposite shoulders, or find an eagle variation. Again, maybe back of the hands together or palms together. Inhale, lift the elbows, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, really press into those feet, create stability. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, rounding through. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the shoulders. Once more, inhale. And of course, the work for the hips. And exhale. And then this time as you inhale, bring the arms again all the way up and overhead. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top this time. Press down through the knuckles, open up through the shoulders. Lift the heart and the sternum. Make sure you're breathing. Nice inhale and exhale. Excuse me. And then release the hands, float the arms all the way up. Bring both hands down to the mat, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Once again, step back to your downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. You can always have the option of taking a child pose, knees to the mat, hips towards the heels, forehead to the mat. So listen to your body. Inhale. And exhale, and then pedaling the feet from your downward facing dog. If you took a child pose, go ahead and come up to your downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, walk the feet towards the hands. Take tiny little steps, bend your knees as much as you need to. Come to a standing forward bend. You can take hold of opposite elbows. You can let the upper body sway a little side to side if you'd like. You can do a little shimmy with your shoulders. Just kind of let the hands come down. Do a little circle with the shoulders if that feels good for you. Inhale. And exhale. And then coming back to stillness, bring the hands to the hinge of the hip. Draw the shoulder blades together. Press into the feet. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Come all the way up to standing. Nice long spine as you come up. Once you come up, finding your mountain pose, so make sure the feet are hip distance apart. Reach down through the fingertips, sternum lifts, crown of the head lengthening up. Inhale and exhale, and then float the arms again all the way up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands down behind. So once again, interlace the fingers. Notice which thumb is on top. Press down through the knuckles, like so, just like we did from the lunge. Now again, option always to hold opposite elbows if that feels better. So get that nice opening, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, gently rotate your gaze to the right. The stretch in the front of the chest and the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate your gaze to the left. And once again, come back to center. One more time each side. Exhale, rotate the gaze to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotating the gaze to the left. Inhale back to center, float the arms all the way up and overhead. And then this time, bring the hands behind the head, so elbows out to the side, so nice wide opening across the front of the chest. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, take a crescent moon, reaching over to your right. So keep the sternum and the shoulders facing forward, so we don't want to collapse into this movement. We want to keep those elbows facing directly to the side. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale over to your left. Make sure you're breathing. And then once again, come back to center. Now this time, soften the knees a little bit. We're going to exhale to the right and then round forward. Come over to your left through that crescent moon and then lift the heart and the sternum. Open up through the front of the body and then exhale again, round to the right, rounding through the spine. So do that a few times. Just find a movement that feels appropriate for your body. It might be a smaller circle. It might be a bigger circle. And then the next time that you come back up to center, pause there. And then we're going to take it starting to the left. So again, knees a little soft, reaching over to the left and then rounding the spine forward, coming through the right, opening up. Maybe take the gaze up since your head is supported by your hands, or just keep the gaze forward if that feels better. Good. Nice movement through the torso. Feel those core muscles working to support you. And then the next time again, you come all the way back up, extend up out through the fingertips, step the feet as wide as your yoga mat, reach out through the fingertips, reach out through the toes, lift the heart and the sternum. Inhaling and exhaling, and then bring the palms together, bring the hands to the heart, Heel toe the feet back in, finding your mountain pose. Close the eyes for a few moments. Inhale. Notice how you feel. And exhale. And then very gently let the eyes open. So that is a little work that you can do to help release some tightness and tension in your shoulders. You've heard the term carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. We do have a tendency to kind of, let this area of the body get really tight, and corresponding, the hips usually can be tight along with that. So just a little bit of movement today for both the shoulders and the hips. So thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And then in the information section below, you can check out information about Grey Horse Yoga and other classes that I offer. Thanks again. See you soon.